Good afternoon, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. I'd like to begin by acknowledging that the lands on which we gather are the traditional territory of the Mi'kmaq people, Abiguit. Mr. Prime Minister, Minister Macaulay, Premier McLaughlin, the Honourable Wayne Easter, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sean Casey. I'm the Member of Parliament for Charlottetown, and my job here today is to kick off the proceedings and to introduce to you the President of BioVectra. But I want to start out, if I may, by drawing a connection. It's a PEI thing to try and identify with families. Back in the early days of BioVectra, as many of you in this room would know, it was called Diagnostic Chemicals, and in the West Royalty Business Park. And just a couple of doors away from Diagnostic Chemicals was a little company called Paderno. And that was my father's family business. And immediately upon completing law school, Dad drew me into the business, and I got to meet one of the board members, a fellow by the name of Regis Duffy, who, as you know, is the founding father of Diagnostic Chemicals, the predecessor to BioVectra. And it was always interesting to see Regis out tending the garden just outside his place of work. And in fact, the two companies back in those days shared a computer system, if you could imagine. So we've come a long way, and it's a real pleasure and honor for me, given some of that history, to participate in this very exciting chapter in the wonderful story of BioVectra. Oliver, 2015 was a really, really big year, and I know what you're thinking. It was a big year because that was the year that Oliver was appointed president of BioVectra. Now there's something else that happened in 2015 as well, but I'm sure Minister Macaulay is going to talk a little bit about that. Oliver Teschnell comes to BioVectra, comes to Prince Edward Island with 20 years of experience in the global pharmaceutical business, and his expertise and leadership was recognized by the Government of Canada when it called him in 2017 to participate in the Health and Bioscience Strategic Economic Table. Without further ado, the President of BioVectra, Oliver Teschnell.
You guys look awesome. Prime Minister, Minister Macaulay, Premier, Honourable Sean, and Mr. Easter, to say we are thrilled would be an understatement. As my kids would probably put it, I think we are stoked. And what has been built here with tremendous vision and commitment and pride over the last 40+ years has put us in a position here to compete on the highest global level. And today, I can wholeheartedly say we start the next chapter in the wonderful journey of BioVectra, which is a true Canadian success story. But let me say it emphatically and confidently to everyone who listens and hears about us. Don't underestimate us only because we are not located in one of the major population centers of the country. I would not want this organization to be located anywhere else. Well, maybe except for the nights when I get stuck in Montreal and Toronto because of a snowstorm out here, but that's a second thought. We are home here in the Maritimes, and our ambition is clearly outlined. We were very proud to be named the Canadian Biotech Company of the Year in 2018 and aim to be a global leader bringing Canadian innovation to the center stage of biopharmaceutical manufacturing and being a top employer in Atlantic Canada. The Strategic Innovation Fund fuels our expansion of our main campus here at our headquarters in Charlottetown and enabling us to further increase our capacity to produce high-quality pharmaceuticals that will serve patients in needs all over the globe. The addition to our Windsor campus in Nova Scotia, a new facility that we're going to build over the next few years, is designed to make BioVectra a powerhouse in the biologic space by adding mammalian cell culture capabilities to our existing world-class microbial fermentation. And with this funding opportunity, BioVectra will be able to fully compete in this sector, showcasing our relentless problem-solving mentality, our talent, and our capabilities. We are determined to drive growth, adding a significant number of highly skilled jobs to our wonderful region here in Atlantic Canada. And that leads me to the most important part of it all. Our very talented, amazing employees that display the sense of pride and ownership that is so hard to find, and I go as far as to say you don't find it anywhere else. We have such a great mix of people here at BioVectra, working from all over the world, from all 5 continents, locally developed talent as well as experienced immigrants. This is an organization where care is at its highest. We care for each other, and we care for the patients we serve. We truly do. And we take great pride in doing what we do. And there's no doubt that without my highly talented colleagues here at BioVectra, this organization wouldn't be anywhere close where it is today, and no way it would go anywhere where I want this to be. We are thankful and truly excited about what lays ahead, and also accept the responsibilities that come with it. We understand the obligation to make this work, to lead, and to demonstrate to the world that innovation and talent lives right here in Atlantic Canada. Prime Minister, distinguished guests, BioVectra is ready for the challenge. On behalf of all my wonderful colleagues, I thank the Government of Canada for the trust in us, their belief in what we offer, and the belief in our people. Thank you for visiting us and bringing such great news. And allow me one word, BioVectra, I hope you can hear me. This is for us. The future looks good. I got so excited. I got so excited that I wanted to walk off. However, it is my greatest pleasure to introduce the Premier of this mighty island. So I steal your power phrase, so I just stole your thunder, sorry. The Premier of the mighty island, Wade McLaughlin.
Thank you, Oliver. Good morning, everyone. Bonjour tout le monde. Premier Ministre, bienvenue. Minister Macaulay, Sean Casey MP, Wayne Easter MP, Mayor, everyone who's here, and most especially the staff and the great team who are driving a success story here at BioVectra. And I'm glad, Oliver, you had an opportunity to stay at the mic long enough to say the words mighty island, because that's exactly what this is about today. And it's what this company has been about going on very soon 50 years. And it's a great story. It's a story about growth. It's a story about competitive advantage based on excellence and based on knowledge. It's about talent. Talent in terms of individual employees and talent in terms of a collective effort and a partnership of a team. And it's about leadership. To you, Oliver, and to those who before you have built this company and together with you are continuing to build this company, congratulations. I had a note yesterday from Regis Duffy, who was the beginning of what was at that point diagnostic chemicals, or probably even before it was called that. And in those very first days, Regis started this to make work for his students. He was a teacher and a dean at the University of Prince Edward Island, and the head of the chemistry department. And in some ways, what we're here about today is a continuation of that story. If it weren't for the talent, if it weren't for our confidence that this company will continue to grow and thrive and be competitive on a global scale because of the efforts and the pursuit of excellence of its employees, we wouldn't be here with the same confidence. And Prime Minister we thank you for being here to express and to put your vote of confidence and the federal government's vote of confidence in what's taking place here in this operation. Because I live not far from here and represent a district that starts a few feet from here, go by this place at least twice a day. It's hardly a day, but I look in and see what's new. It's been an incredible growth story. It's been a growth story built on 4 things. And these are the same 4 words. I love this. We were at the Sport PEI Gala, or Recognition of Excellence, last week. And we welcomed home our Canada Games athletes yesterday. But I said it was about 4 things: talent, community, hustle, and the pursuit of excellence. And those 4 elements, Prime Minister and others gathered here today, really capture the idea of the mighty island. Of course, we're glad to add that we'll surprise you, but we do that any day of the week. But we know we're going to be doing it over subsequent months and years and generations, and the generations that are represented here today because of those elements. The province is pleased to have been a partner in the growth of BioVectra since 2010, with loans of $15 million and tax rebates and other supports of $15 million, and we continue with that partnership and support, Oliver and everyone here, as you know. And in a broader sense, that commitment and support and confidence in the bioscience sector in our province, with now on the order of 1,500 highly qualified people employed, and annual sales on the order of $250 million. And we've seen that growth, and we've been proud of it, and we intend for it to continue. And it's that element, that belief that we'll do well, that we'll be competitive, that we'll succeed, that is represented here today. And Prime Minister, we thank you for being here to share in this and for being a partner. And may I say, Prime Minister, this extends to a broader partnership and your commitment when you formed government to emphasize jobs in the economy and opportunities for Canadians and for Prince Edward Islanders. And over those 4 years, we have added to our province 5,000 full-time jobs, good jobs. We're not done yet, for Islanders, for people who are joining, for people who are coming here, and every person who's here, as soon as you set foot in this place, is an Islander. And I always love to say, to me, the definition of an Islander is someone who's here to make this a better place. And that's exactly what we see here today, and what our 4 MPs, together with your government, Prime Minister, have stood for. So thank you all. Je vous remercie toutes et tous d'être là. And now I'm proud to call on our Minister of Veterans Affairs Canada and the Associate Minister of National Defence, just in case you weren't following the news. So the last few days, the Honourable Lawrence Macaulay, and Lawrence Macaulay has been a great advocate for all aspects of how we are doing as a province, and a great representative together with our members of Parliament for what we're getting done in this province. And while you wouldn't know it to look at him, he's the longest serving member in the House of Commons, and he's going to stay that way. Join me in welcoming Lawrence Macaulay.
Thank you very much, Wade. It is a wonderful day, at least inside. We've had a great day, in fact, with our honoured guest, and it's been indeed a great privilege. And it's a great privilege to be the Minister of Veterans Affairs and Associate Minister of National Defence. Oliver, you mentioned that you care about people. I can tell you, you're in a province that cares about people. No matter where you go, whether people are down on their luck or whatever happens, you're living in an area that people care about people. and you care about people. And I'm just honored to be here today with you and to see the great respect you have for islanders and workers. And it's such a pleasure that I'm able to introduce a man that said he was going to improve the environment and the economy at the same time. Well, I think he's going to give the economy a little shot here today. So I think without any further ado, and this has been a good bit of ado, I will introduce the Prime Minister of Canada, the Right Honourable Justin Trudeau.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for that introduction, Lawrence, and of course for all your work as MP for Cardigan and of course as our new Minister of Veterans Affairs. As PEI's longest serving MP ever, it's clear that people know they can depend on you. And folks in this city can count on another outstanding leader too, as the MP for Charlottetown, Sean Casey, makes sure that everyone's voice is heard. Let me also take a moment to recognize Premier McLaughlin, a proud voice for the island and a trusted partner as we work together to get real results for the people of PEI. And I got to give a shout out as well to the great MPs that we have on the island, including Wayne Easter, who's here today, and Bobby Morrissey, who's stuck in a storm somewhere, I have no doubt. It's really important that we have a strong community serving, but it's also an opportunity to recognize a strong community that we're visiting here. Thank you so much for all your work, all the employees and the BioVectra's team. Thank you for welcoming us here and supporting us through this day where there will be a little bit of a dip in productivity because of all this hoopla, but I think this investment will more than make up for that. I, of course, want to give a huge thank you to BioVectra's President, Oliver Teschno. Thank you, Oliver, for welcoming us here today. Just a few minutes ago, I had the chance to tour this facility and meet some of BioVectra's lab technicians who showed me the work they do each and every day. Because innovation doesn't just happen in Toronto or Montreal. Groundbreaking discoveries are made from coast to coast to coast, including and especially right here in PEI. But the reality is that lots of young people are leaving the island to look for jobs in other parts of the country. And that's not just hard on their families, it's also a challenge for the local economy. So to make sure that folks can stay in the communities they love, people need well-paying jobs that they can count on. BioVectra is a great example of how local expertise is generating these good jobs and driving economic growth for the entire Atlantic region. We're investing in that made in PEI innovation. Today, I'm pleased to announce that the federal government is supporting BioVectra in expanding 2 of its facilities, one here in Charlottetown, one in Windsor, Nova Scotia. This investment of more than $37 million will create over 150 new jobs and protect 300 more. It will also help BioVectra hire 125 students, getting them ready for the jobs of the future. My friends, those aren't just numbers. Those are real people who will benefit. People like Mike Wood. Where are you, Mike? You're in the back there. I saw you. Hey. Mike is the manufacturing manager at the other facility here in Charlottetown, and he's been with BioVectra for over 40 years. It's great to see you here today. See, we're investing so that parents can rest easy about paying their bills, and young people don't have to move away to start their career. Our government is committed to building new opportunities for Canadians everywhere, including in rural communities, like for folks at BioVectra's Windsor location. In fact, we created a new cabinet portfolio, Rural Economic Development, led by Minister Bernadette Jordan, to make sure we do just that. Mais cet investissement aujourd'hui, ce n'est pas juste une bonne nouvelle pour les gens de Charlottetown ou de Windsor. Cet investissement changera la vie des gens à travers le monde, puisqu'il permettra de développer des nouveaux médicaments pour traiter des maladies comme le cancer et la sclérose en plaques. Notre gouvernement est fier d'investir dans le talent canadien. En appuyant des entreprises comme BioVectra, on aide à créer des opportunités pour la classe moyenne et à maintenir la compétitivité des compagnies canadiennes sur la scène mondiale. It's wonderful to be here today to see firsthand the incredible work Islanders and people right across the country are doing in innovative places like BioVectra. By investing in places like this, in jobs like these, we know we're building a better future for young people, for everyone in this country, to continue to make sure that Canada continues its leading role, not just in pharmaceuticals and in biotech, but in areas that are going to be increasingly important for the global economy. It's a real pleasure to be here today to celebrate with BioVectra and with all of you. Thank you so much for being here.